Welcome to Gold Medal Profile Development and Implementation, Kinesiology 515. We will present gold medal profiling for alpine skiing technical event, more specifically slalom. My name is Bebe Zercic and I am student at UBC Kinesiology, High Performance Coaching Technical Leadership. So prime objective of race to win stage is to win medals at the elite level. And there's many steps and many levels you have to go through to make it to World Cup. There's a lot of time and money involved in this process. So the dominant fact for this team selection is the end of the 2021 season, Canada only will have one racer in top 30 standing. And feel is that there's immediate need for larger technical team. This is fresh data from World Cup ranking at the end of the season 2021, and you can see there's 6 racers won the World Cup this year, and Eric Reed is ranked number 30. So historic data, I did research in October, shows world ranking. And one guy is missing here, so Hirscher, he retired, but Christopherson, Noel, Eule, Zeinhauser, Pinturo, they were top slalom skiers this year. And a few of our guys were competing. It was Trevor Phillip and Eric Reed. Eric made a few top 30 results. Phil retired, and Simon Fernier is racing at the US Nationals at the moment. Jeff Reed, he is specializing in speed event. 7 years ago, Alpine Canada invested interest in racers born 1997. There was a group of 10 very good, successful skiers who been selected not right away, but one by one they made it the national team. And 7 years of process, which was focused on development, not much on results, because there's a lot of ups and downs. Created a quite solid team with a bright future. Latest World Championships results confirmed that, 4th and 7th and Super G event. On the other hand, technical skiers didn't have that support, and everyone went on way except Reed and Phelps. They were still World Cup technical skiers, but it's could be a rewarding decision for a few of these athletes, as they're doing quite well at this level, and some of them racing at the US Nationals and trying to meet criteria for Canadian World Cup team. So how everything started with this age group, 1997. It's, as they say, picture says 1,000 words. A lot of these athletes who are on this photo, that time they were U16 level. Now they're at national team, and there was support from all of the clubs, all of the provinces, and this selected group with a lot of talent were basically lucky to be selected and supported last 7 or 8 years. Data I pulled in October presents races born 1987, their rankings in slalom from 2014 2020. You can see the trend. Noel Clement, who is a World Cup winner slaloms, and Popov, who is making waves at the World Cup this year. They're a little bit, actually Noel is quite a bit ahead. Popov is probably top 25, 28, somewhere in there. That our athletes need a lot of work to do. 3 athletes from here: Reed, Crawford, Mulligan. Actually 4 athletes. They selected to be in a speed team, and Keegan Sharp unfortunately was injured end of the season this year. So from October to April, things changed in ranking, and Clement is still the best. 1987, still won a World Cup, but you could see that Jeffrey Reed, Simon Fernier, and Keegan Sharp there for their age group. They are in top 20. So beside the 1997 age group, we have one racer. He's born 98. That's Justin Alkier. And then there is a generation born 1999. Three athletes went through pretty much all of the steps needed to graduate to World Cup, or at least be contender for World Cup team and racing. And in this photo you have Declan McCormick and Liam Wallace, who are doing quite well for their age group. And this was a World Cup race for U16 in Italy, which is a good indicator if these athletes will continue ski race and have some success. So what should be action plan for Alpine Canada and to create gold medal profiling athletes in the future? Alpine Canada has to organize structured World Cup team environment so it would benefit all of the athletes, enable athletes to fully develop without any timeline and restrictions and qualification burden, because there seem to be a lot of time to develop, and engage all of the athletes in decision-making process, keep them accountable, and with next-gen support, next-gen athletes should close the gap with World Cup athletes, and maybe after that gap is really tight and closed, then selection criteria should be implemented. So continue action plan. What else has to be done? Just go down the chain. Next-gen athletes, they have to be part of the one, we can call it Europa Cup team, with solid funding. And then going down to U18, U16, and even goes U14 age groups. Has to be some kind of recognition and teams and place for these athletes to develop. But the most important part of here is continuation and monitoring all of these athletes who will represent us down the road at Olympics and World Championships. Also, coaching education is a critical part of. Once they're educated, in this case, everyone should be part of the UBC High Performance Coaching Technical Leadership Program, and that's where they're going to learn philosophy and how to be ahead of other nations in this sport. So what clear message to be part of the GMP for technical team is there's 4 pillars. They're always there: technical, tactical, physical, and mental. And what are the expectations on each pillar? And technical is how well they are technically gifted for slalom, giant slalom, parallel. It's a lot of athletes are specializing in one event, and with this one they have to specialize in minimum 3 events. From tactical point of view, it goes hand to hand with technical. Just approaches at different events, local, World Cup, World Championships. And physical side, pretty much all World Cup athletes should meet physical standards and criteria, because they know they have to be ready for the level. What the biggest difference maker is a mental side, which is a critical part of World Cup level. Race preparation, resilience, coachability, performance under pressure, detection, correction. Here's one of the keys for mental preparation at this level. On technical end, and the pillar, its focus is always to maintaining good technical skills, foundation. Ski racers in this stage, they're looking for technical refinement, utilize their skiing technique, variety, creative technical solutions, challenging competitive environments with intent on winning. We're always looking for some race line balance, transition, body position, terrain adaptation, how they do on the steeps, flats. And same thing as in giant slalom and parallel slalom. parallel slalom or parallel giant slalom is a little bit different event, but consistency may be the key. In team events, it's a little bit more mental because racing for the team, every athlete is supposed to compete and run. On the physical end of GMP, it's everybody knows they have to be ready for this level. GMP athletes, what they're looking for is normative data, not specific results, so they have to meet those norms. And monitoring should be 3 times a year. Individual fitness programs should be designed by CSI for every province, and definitely head coach should be part of that program design. Physical evaluation should be done by authorized coaches and people. Strength training should be authorized by CSIO or people who designed the program. Same thing for endurance, agility, and return to snow in case any athletes are injured. For fitness testing, Alpine Canada produced standard fitness testing protocols, and all of the provinces, ski clubs, everybody is following those protocols, so to make sure data is accurate, up to date, because the changes and improvements well, it's a higher level. It's a quite small margin, so they have to be properly measured. And core testing protocols for the guys, the technical team is they do the standard, the body weight and the standing height, sit and reach, vertical jump, broad jump. That's the one. It's a kind of a test everybody is eager to show off, because for provincial team is 2 meters 75 centimeters. That's a norm, and for national team is 2.9 meters broad jump. Penta jumps, 40 meter sprint, and 60 to 90 second box jump, 20 meter shuffle, famous beep test. Those are the standard tests everybody's using in the ski community. So tactical focus is for slalom skiing at the World Cup level is really challenging, because athletes have to qualify for second run. Top 30 go into the second run, so usually it's about 80 to 90 athletes gunning for 30 spots. So you have to go as fast as you can, as hard as you can, but as safe as you can at the same time. So tactically, it's challenging because a coach and athlete will have to inspect the course. They have tactics how to attack a course and hopefully make it to second run. And part of the tactics is how to behave on different snow conditions, how equipment works, and how he's adapting on the coach's report. Is he following directions or not? And then slope configuration for some athletes, they don't like flats, some athletes don't like steeps, and they have to adapt to it. So the race preparation is critical for this level, and race plan has to be executed as discussed. So mental preparation is game changer at World Cup level, and all of the gold medal profiling athletes are mentally tough. They know what it takes to be at the top. So mental toughness, mental preparation, resilience, perseverance is the key to be and stay on the level. Other factors is discipline, coachability, self-confidence, lifestyle choices, work ethics, leadership. Athletes have to be always reflecting, analyzing their performance, and if they have any issues, they should detect and correct errors to improve their performance. And many other factors away from sport, and including lifestyle balance, are the key for this. On the left side, this is a group of athletes, in early 2000, 2004, 5. They were at a camp in Austria, and one of them is Nick Sorchik, who passed away 2012. But this was his message to all of the national team members who struggled to maintain their status or had injuries and tough comebacks. So the message is clear how much meant to him to be at the national team and what it takes to make a comeback. So from analysis we went through, and we will go through a few more slides. Conclusion is that next gen technical slalom team should be together. They should train together, race together at Europa Cup level, and have opportunities to race a World Cup. So the athletes who are doing quite well this year, Simon Fournier is he's an NCAA student racing at US Nationals right now. Justin Alkiri took on initiative. He was in Europe with an Italian coach. Asher Jordan he was really doing really well last year. Unfortunately, an injury, same as Declan McCormack. An injury. I think they're recovering quite well, and there's a few results I saw. So they're on the right comeback pathway. And then the guy who stand out this year was Liam Wallace, and unfortunately Keegan Sharp just got injured at Far East Cup, and hopefully he'll recover and be ready for next season. From other analysis, we concluded that Jamie Castleman, Raphael Lissard, and Mackenzie Wood should be part of this development team, which we don't have at the moment. Jamie Castleman is at University of Montana, and Raphael and Mackenzie are in the Eastern U.S. So there's three athletes who are doing quite well at this races. Joseph Young, McConville, and Carl Coos. They don't meet GMP requirements and by age, but they are racing well, and they are keen to explore their potential. So quick analysis of a World Cup ranking by age group. For 98, as you can see, Alkir is number 9. For 99, we're going to have 3 athletes in top 10. Wallace is going to move, projected to move to top 10 after 6 wins in slalom is this year. So he's going to move up. He'll be top 10 this age group. But it's a little bit of a gap between these two groups, and then the ones born 2000 and 2001 and 2002, their rankings are not as promising as the guys before. And then most worrying is age U18s, which for age 2000, born 2003, the best Canadians are 55, 6, 58, 62. Maybe something to do with the COVID, but that's need a lot of work to catch up to the rest of the world. So after many analysis and data crunching, what would be So according to publishing historical data, national team will need to expand slowly, as finance is always a challenge to add any new athlete to a World Cup team. This is the way to go. It's Olympic year. Opportunity for next gen athlete to gain valuable experience is needed. Knowing the Canadian teams theoretically have 4 athletes racing giant slalom in slalom at the Olympics, and it's only 2 right now in giant slalom and 1 in slalom. So there is opportunity for these guys to race. Maybe not have a chances of medals at Beijing, but more likely Cortina and Milano in 2026. So with all of the analysis I've done it, and it's definitely its need for next gen athlete. It's need for some jump start, and ideal would be if athlete is promoted to national World Cup team, and that a candidate should be Liam Wallace. Moving him to that level would motivate the other next gen teammates to work hard and qualify and follow his footsteps. And Wallace has been leading skier for his age group since U12 level. He went through many tests at U16 level, which he was sixth at the race. And the latest one as a junior was the U21 World Championships. He was 11th in Super G, and he was ready for slalom and giant slalom, but championship was cancelled. And he's also a free event skier, and most importantly, he is late bloomer. He just stopped growing a few years ago. He's now 6'3", 195 pounds, and he was injury free, which is a big advantage making the World Cup in any injuries. So definitely future is bright for Liam Wallace and the Canadian tech team. And this is just quick overview of Wallace's ranking for his age group in giant slalom and Super G, and he's well into top 10. Actually in Super G he is the 6th, and in GS he's to 8th. And then Usher Jordan is standing out here too, and because of his knee injury, I think he's going to have a slower comeback. So what's the solution for long-term GMP Alpine skiers? GMP begins well before national provincial team selection. The importance of preceding years to develop proper skills is critical. We do support multiple sports philosophy, but skill development for alpine skiing is happening at an early age. The effectiveness of developing a skillful athlete at young age is critical for Canadian ski system. Our responsibility and goal is to develop physically fit and literate skiers. So after long discussion and data analysis and gaps we notice in U16, U18, U21 level, and how small number of athletes continue ski race, we came to the conclusion that we have to change the approach and try organize something more specific and teach athletes fundamental movement and fundamental sport skills of age, different age groups, starting young age and continue through middle school and high school. Offer families option of sample of many different sports, different activities, movements, without navigating schedules and travels can be done locally. So at the same time, while in this system, students who want to pursue excellence in sport enable them academic pathway with sports and opportunity to pursue individual excellence in multi-sports in the public school systems. In long-term player development review, we analyzed different age groups and what sports organizations, facilities, and small communities can help us with their development of skills in the nervous system. So for age group 0 to 6, it's active start. Any sports, any family activities is it's good for this age group because developing all overall skills. From age group 6 to 9, which is more boys, and for 6 to 8 the girls, that's the fundamentals. You're learning everything about sports which are recommended by us. It would be ski, snowboard, mountain bike, swimming, gymnastics, dance, climbing, hockey, cross-country skiing, figure skating. There are a few other sports could be helpful. Cycling, mountain biking, swimming. Oh yeah, we already have swimming. That would be they can be done at municipality government facilities. It would be really cheap and wouldn't be costly, and could be also done at private facilities like ski hills, gymnastic clubs, dance clubs, gym and weight rooms, and other facilities, private facilities. But what's critical at age group at learn to train process? It's boys. It's 9 years old. They onset adolescent growth spurt, and for the girls, females, 8 years old onset adolescent growth spurt average. So you have to be really careful what activities in that age group should be exercised. And train to train level, which is boys 12-16 and girls 11-15. That's during adolescent growth spurt. What sports can be implemented and exercised. So we created detailed spreadsheets for train to train level for men 12-16 years old and for girls 11-15 years old during adolescent growth spurt. What skills, what sports. So what can be done at elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools? Elementary school, it's all play, all motoric skills, all fundamentals. So any sports like riding bikes, swimming, cross-country skiing is encouraged. Participants should utilize after-school time, and maybe school can organize the buses, pick up the kids, and take them home after activities. In middle schools, usually focus on 2 to 3 sports. It's a multi-sport approach. It's facilitated exposure to 2-3 sports. Utilize facilities and engage experts who are employed by that school to help athletes' development. In sport specifics, it's 1 to 3 sports, but as the season goes, it's maybe dropping that 1 sport and focus on 1 to 2 sports. It's good for athlete development, long-term development. Encourage their academic and also support participation in high-performance sports, including academic work as well. So it's important to include provincial sporting organizations and PSOs, national sports organizations in this project. Could be positive impact, and it's happened in other jurisdictions. Definitely there is more need for systematic physical education approach at all of the schools across the nation. So they would look like on this diagram to the right. It's a full day of activities in the school and after school, and competitive programs in the evening, and would run 5 days a week. So what can we learn from this presentation and gold medal profiling and make alpine skiing better? There's a few answers or a few ideas. One would be to follow ski cross pathway and their structure, because they're men and women training together, traveling together, consistent coaching staff. Alpine skiing is a lot more layers and step ups to make it to a World Cup team, so it's a longer time to be at the top. But focusing on technical, physical, mental skills with winning attitude could be the answer. So discussion will continue. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you all for ongoing, never-ending support, and see you on the slopes.